Britishers have already made inroads into the northeastern part of India, and they have captured certain regions such as Jaintia Hills and Khasi Hills. For Britishers, now it was a turn of Garo Hills. But Britishers never imagined that they will come in confrontation with one of the most important Garo warriors, who is also referred as Garo Goliath. His name was Pa Togan ji. So what is the story of Pa Togan ji? Let's explore this in today's short video. Pa Togan ji, also referred as Pa Togan Nengminza Sangma, was a brave Sikh warrior, and he was born in a village called Samanda, which is located in Williamnagar, East Garo Hills, Meghalaya. Since he had a huge body, since he had a huge built-up, and so because of this reason, he was being compared to a Philistine warrior and was referred as Garo Goliath. Now, in 1872, one thing was observed. Now, there's a place called as Matcha Rongkrek. This is a village, and here Britishers had made their camp. Few British officers have arrived here, and they have made a camp here, and probably their vision might be to conquer the region of the Garo Hills. And the news spread like a wildfire throughout the entire village. And when the news spread like a wildfire, there were few women on the banks of the river specifically, and they were saying, Rori Rang Sok Bajok, which simply means aliens have arrived. The Britishers have arrived, and now we have to surrender our sovereignty. Now we have to give up our freedom. And the news spread like a wildfire throughout the village. Apart from this news, there was also one important rumor. And what was that? Specifically, technically and technologically, Britishers were a bit advanced. They had come up with sophisticated arms and ammunition. They had come up with guns. And here, there was a rumor that Britishers had a sword, and through that sword, fire used to come out. So how to tackle Britishers? Immediately, the meeting of the village elders was being called. And when the meeting of village elders was being called, at that particular point of time, there were certain European officers. Precisely, the officers of the specifically the British officers, they had come up from different directions in the region of Garo Hills. Let me give you a few examples. Precisely speaking, there were few officers such as Captain Williamson. He was a deputy commissioner of Tura, and he was moving towards the region of Tura. Captain Delhi, the police officer in charge of the Kachar, and finally comes Captain Davis. Captain Delhi was the first to arrive. Meanwhile, in the village, there was a discussion now how to tackle the British officers, because they have come up with a sword and fire comes out through the sword. So it was a kind of a rumor. Now there were two important warriors who took the charge, and they said, now we are going to lead the battle against the British officers. Now these two were Pa Gilson and Pa Gowal. At that point of time, there was a person, Pa Togan ji, Pa Togan Sangma ji. He gave one suggestion, and he said that if Britishers have a sword and fire comes out through that sword, we can fight this fire with the help of banana leaf. Everyone was astonished. So what did he do? Specifically, he picked up a stick, and one end of the stick, it was being burnt and charged into the banana leaf. So the other end, which was initially a bit hot, it got cooled down. Everyone was very astonished and chose Pa Togan ji to lead the battle against the Britishers. It was in December 1872. Immediately they thought that banana, it will be a kind of a savior for them. And they built a wall, a kind of a small fortification made up of banana leaves. In fact, the armor was also made up of the banana leaf. And it is believed that it was like end of the day. And they had decided that when the British officers will retire after the day, we will attack at that time, suddenly. And now, after the midnight, there were battle cries in the air such as Ka Chalang, Ka Sangma, Ka Marak. And they started attacking the troops. At that point of time, there was a British guard who observed the advancing troops, and immediately he alerted all the officers. Finally, Britishers got alerted, as these people were fighting with specifically traditional arms and ammunition, and Britishers were fighting with sophisticated arms and ammunition, including the guns. Precisely speaking, initially, Pa Gilsang Ji, he got severely wounded and fell on the ground. And later on, a bullet was shot against Pa Togan Ji and he fell on the ground, and the river was full of bloodshed. Villagers, like it is believed that in the village a horn was being blown after they saw a red, what we say specifically, they saw the certain stretch of the river, it got red. So they understood one thing, that one of their own warriors have become martyr. So this was one of the story, this was the story of one of the most important warrior, Pa Togan Ji, from the region of Garo Hills in Meghalaya. My friends, StudyIQ IAS English, it has come up with target year 2027 December evening batch. It's a GS-P2I foundation batch. Okay, the batches are available in bilingual mode, Hindi plus English, separate batch for Hindi medium and a separate batch for English medium. And this will cater to the needs of the aspirants precisely from the northeastern part of India and southern part of India. The most important aspect, specifically the sale is valid. It's a part of year-end sale, and there is 50% off on purchase of all the courses across the StudyIQ platform precisely related to UPSC. Plus, there is double validity. Now, what's double validity? Suppose I've purchased a course for 1 year. That is for 10 months or 12 months. So I would be getting that course for 24 months. Okay. So there is a double validity, plus it's a 50% off on all the courses. So use the code Alok Live that is flashing on your screen to get the benefits of these batches. I repeat the code Alok Live. Thank you and have a nice day.